up, world? Back again. It is the Country Rap Report. It's yours truly, Vic XL. All right. I want to say salute to my guy Spank. He's out handling company business, but we're going to definitely keep the show moving. All right. Now, when you watch the Country Rap Report, you know what you get. You get the best in the genre of country rap when it comes to reviews of music videos. We give you our expertise, our industry opinion, our critique of some of the dopest and not so dopest videos in this genre of country rap. All right. Now, everything we review, a lot of people might say that's not country rap, Vic. That's not country rap, Spank. We know, but we also review artists that we think you as a fan of the genre would appreciate. Now, we also give you shows called AMA, Ask Me Anything. That's when Spank and myself, we take questions from you, the listener, you, the viewer, you, the family, you, the gang, and we do everything in our power to answer those questions based on our experience in this music business or some of the things we've learned along the way or been told or educated on. Now, we also give you exclusive artist interviews with some of the movers and shakers in this genre of country rap. And today, that's what I'm giving you guys. I'm giving you an exclusive interview with the artist in this genre who's definitely moving and shaking. He's popping, doing his thing. All right? So, ladies and boys and girls, we're going to get him queued up. And as soon as he get queued up, we're going to chop it up with my guy, Ekko Sykes. Now, but before I get to him, I want to remind everybody out there in the world, make sure y'all visit countryrapreport.com. Everything Country Rap Report related is right there on countryrapreport.com. Whether you want to check out our playlist on Spotify, whether you want to check us out on Instagram, whether you want to check us out on Facebook, whether you want to submit videos for us to review, you can also ask your AMA questions right there. It's right there on countryrapreport.com. All right, ladies and boys and girls, we got my guy queued up, Mr. Ekko Sykes in the building. What's going on, my G?
What's up, man?
Man, let me tell you, I ain't gonna lie. The ice in my brandy was starting to melt. I didn't know what the hell was going on. You drink brandy?
I used to.
You stopped? You know what? Because
I stopped drinking liquor, man. I was making too many bad decisions.
Oh, well.
I just switched to beer.
You know what? Because of you, I've never drank brandy, and I figured tonight would be a great night to start a new drink, so I'm on that brandy.
I used to drink that, what was that? The VSOP, was it E&W or whatever? E&J?
E&J.
Yeah, Easy Jesus, yeah. I used to drink the hell out of that, man. It was like $13 for a big-ass bottle.
We used to call it Irk and Jerk. Like,
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, man. We used to get tore up on that. What's that? God damn, man. Somebody's trying to call me right now.
All right, hold on. I'm going to bring my guy back on. We're going to bring my guy back on. Listen, ladies and boys and girls, I am on the Republic of Brandy tonight. I want to let y'all know I'm not promoting Republic of Brandy. And you know what? Yes, I do have a straw in here that I'm using as a stirrer. Yes, I am country. Yes, I am ghetto. I guess I'm conghetto. I guess you call me conghetto or country, whatever. But I'm on that brandy. Other than drinking E&J in college, I'm gonna bring my guy back. Other than drinking E&J in college, I haven't been on brandy in a while, but I'm on that brandy for my guy.
Yeah.
Ekko.
My bad. Somebody called and it knocked me off.
All right, so look, dude, there you go. I like it when it's really, really big like that. All right, so look.
Man.
All right, so let's get into it. First and foremost, thank you for appearing on the Country Rap Report.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, I'm very, very humbled and honored to be talking to you.
Likewise.
All right, so look, let's get into it. And the first thing I ask everyone, because I'm trying to make note of where everyone in the genre of country rap is from, because I one day want to do regional reports. So where is Ekko Sykes from?
Tampa, Florida.
You're from Tampa?
Yeah.
So you a Buccaneers fan?
When they're doing good.
Only when they're doing good? Well, hell, they've been doing good lately.
Yeah, man, ever since Tom Brady. But like for years before, it was like, yeah, I'm a Bucs fan. Now it's like, hell yeah, I'm a Bucs fan.
No doubt, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
So what was it? So you born and raised in Tampa?
Actually, I was born in Sarasota. And I've lived in a lot of different states just because, you know, unfortunate circumstances. But when I got old enough and had enough money, I decided to come back to Tampa.
Okay. Since the day I seen your name on a piece of paper, well, not on a piece of paper, actually on social media, I wanted to ask you, what is the origin of that name? Because that's a very, very unique name.
So, do you remember the show Lost? Remember that show? That weird, confusing, but like addicting show?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the character Mr. Ekko, like the island guy?
Yes.
So back then I had like really dumb names. I used to be really fat, so I was big, real, and raw. And then I was like, it's a working title. And then I saw Mr. Ekko and I was like, man, Ekko's a cool ass name. And it was just EKO. So I was like, I don't know, man, that sounds kind of cool. So I took it for a little bit. And then I went to prison and I was hanging out with this dude in there that rapped. And he was like, we should like work on your name though. Like, what if we added another K and made it an acronym, right? So he was like, what would it stand for? And I was like, I would like it to stand for every kind of kid overlooked, because that's what I was, you know what I mean? Like the gutter kids. So I ran with that and it was just Ekko. And then that dude just so happened to be in there for like murder. So the whole time I was just hanging out with a murderer and I didn't even know it. He was teaching me how to rap.
Right.
And he called himself the Maestro, right? So when I got out, I was like, well, he's, you know, stuck in there for life, man. So I called myself Ekko the Maestro to kind of like pay homage to him. But after a few years, I got tired of it, because every time I would go to do a show and they would go to introduce me, they would say dumb shit like Ekko the Mystery, or like they just wouldn't know, because Maestro was spelled like Mystro.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like a really confusing name. So I dropped it and I was like, and I just put my last name behind it. So it's Ekko Sykes. Okay. But even that name, people still confused because for some reason they think it's Eco. I don't know why. Like who the hell would call themselves Eco? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know why. I'm slow, and I guess I see what I want to see. For some reason, I say Ekko Styles, and I don't know. There's no T, but I've found myself calling you Ekko Styles when I've done reports or reviews. I have to catch myself and like Sykes.
Don't feel too bad though, because my entire life people have been seeing the name Sykes and they for some reason think it's Skies. I'm like, why though? Because it's like SYK. Where you getting this sk sound? You know?
Hey man, most people can't read. We just pronounce things that aren't there.
Just glance at the word real quick. Oh yeah, I think that's what it is. Whatever.
Right. Look, let's go back, because you mentioned prison. And when I do these interviews, I want to get as in depth with artists as possible.
Yeah.
Let's talk about growing up. What was growing? Because you mentioned being overlooked also. What was growing up like for you?
It fucking sucked.
Why?
It was whack, man. I grew up in the 90s, and that's like right around the time like the Oxycontin pill mill thing took off down in Florida. So everybody's parents were getting hooked on oxys and all the, you know, crazy drugs. Mm-hmm. So my dad wasn't really around. He was already an alcoholic. And then I had my mother and my stepdad. And I didn't really like my stepdad because he believed in tough love. And back then I didn't understand it. I thought he was just a jerk. So he would, you know, be mean, or so I thought. He was actually just preventing me from being soft. So I'm thankful now for what he did. But back then I was like, man, I hate this fucking guy, you know?
Right.
Hold on, my mom.
Let me stop you.
Yeah.
What's yours and his relationship like today?
Well, he died a few years ago, but I was able to get I mean, you know, he was like 63. It sucks because he was kind of young, but like he didn't live a boring life, you know? So and then towards the end, we did like reconnect. I actually ran into him. I was visiting my hometown and I went to the gas station and he was just standing there and I was like, the hell are you doing here? He's like, who are you? I'm like, Ryan, your stepson. No big deal. Haven't seen you in like over a decade.
Right.
But yeah, so we reconnected for a little bit, and then he had like stage 5 stomach cancer the whole time. Didn't even know. He was like, I was just feeling like shit. So, but yeah, I mean, at least I got to reconnect with him.
Right. All right. And you saying your mom?
So my mom, she was always cool. Like she always, let me know that I was loved and everything. But then she got hooked on those because she broke her back, and the doctor put them on them oxys. And I guess they just take over, So like, and then all her friends got hooked on the oxy. So like all of them were just deep off on the oxys, and everything went to shit. So she got taken to prison. So then it was just me and my grandmother, struggling for a long time. We moved around like Connecticut, Philly, North Carolina. I ended up staying in North Carolina for like 5 years all throughout high school.
Okay.
And then I got in trouble. That's where I ended up, catching some felonies and going to prison.
All right. What led you to get into trouble? Do you think it was I hate to use the word dysfunctional, but do you think it was the type of family you were around, or are you just making bad choices? Like, what do you think led you down a path that ended you up in prison?
Well, I guess I just didn't. I don't want to be cliche and say lack of supervision, but that played a part in it. And plus, like everything going on, like I was exposed to too much at a young age, so like I hated life already. So I didn't really care, and I think I started drinking and hanging out with like, other kids, neglected kids, feral teenagers is what they were. I started drinking when I was like, I don't know, 16. Then I started smoking weed. Then I started selling weed. And it was all pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, man. Like I had a lot of money. I had guns. Like I was hooking up with bad bitches all the time, like it was a small town, so it's not that hard to, make yourself a big deal when you start selling drugs.
Yeah, you're right.
So for a few years, I was like thinking I was Scarface or something. And then it all went to shit. 2 of these dudes I know went and shot up the Hardys in Waynesville, came back to the house. Cops came there and busted all of us. And I had just got a bunch of weed. So like, I didn't even get caught on my own. I got dragged into it by somebody else.
So, but you didn't get in trouble for the shooting, did you?
No, they were trying to charge everybody with it. Because it was the 2 dudes who did it. And then I was there. My girlfriend at the time was there. And then one of their girlfriends was there. So the cops were like, everybody here is associated. And they were looking for alibis. I was like, look, man, I was with my girlfriend all day. We were in town. We weren't like, because the Hardys they shot up was in Waynesville. We were in Silva. So I was like, I didn't have shit to do with it. And I have a ton of witnesses to back me up on that. So I ended up just getting charged with the weed and the paraphernalia, And I had just happened to already turn 18. So like as soon as I turned 18, I got felonies.
Okay. How much time did you have to do, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they gave me 30 months, like felony probation supervised. I had to do the Narcotics Anonymous classes and all that crap and behave. So I did pretty much all of it. And then towards the end, I violated over like $200. And I was in Tampa. I moved back to Tampa and they came and got me, put me in the jail down here for like a month, and then sent me up the road to North Carolina. And I sat in jail there for a minute. Then I went to the processing prison. Then I went to the real prison. It was crazy.
Okay.
It was a wild ride.
All right. Through all that, through that window of your life, what do you think some of the most valuable lessons you learned?
Well, I've told everybody I'm pretty thankful that happened, because when I went in there, I thought I was a badass, and come to find out I wasn't. And like, I wasn't humble and I was entitled. And, I didn't really stand for anything, man. I was just kind of like a punk. So after a while being in there, I learned some things, and I don't know, it made me more mature and like realize, I don't want to live that kind of life. I didn't want to go back.
Right.
So when I got out, I was stronger. You know, I read a bunch of books in there. I got my GED in there. So, you know, a lot of good came out of it.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm pretty much like, I came out tougher because when I went in, I was kind of soft, like I was saying. But like now, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I ain't scared of nobody. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. Now, what through all those things? What's your introspective on family now? As far as you and how you would head a household.
Well, I never really wanted one. I don't have one.
No kids?
I mean, I've been careful, man. Pull out game super strong. I
wish I could have said that.
Nah, man, I don't really trust these females nowadays. Like I've had a few where they're like, oh yeah, you don't have to be that careful. I'm like, yeah, okay.
You're right.
All right. Yeah. And then look, they're all gone. So like I was right not to trust them.
You're 100%
so, right. I don't know, man. Like I just really never saw the desire to have kids or like settle down because I made up my mind a long time ago. I want to have a really fun life and live for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to do this music shit. You know, I want to live this way as long as possible. Like I'm 33 right now and I'm still going out to these shows and doing these videos and partying and having a good time and investing my money in this rather than diapers and formula and, you know,
right.
all that. And potentially getting divorced and having to pay alimony, you know?
You know what? A lot of people lie to themselves knowing they want this, but then go get this. And then it interferes and clashes. And then they end up in divorce court or addicted to something or on shit tons of child support. So I truly understand. Man, pursue your dream without any obstacles at this point in your life.
Yeah.
What was your introduction? What was your introduction first? I'll say, what was your introduction to hip hop, rap, or whatever name you want to put on it? And then what was your introduction to country rap?
I'll tell you exactly what it was. When I was a little kid, my mom was listening to Tone Loc. Remember him?
Yeah, wow, dang.
Yeah. So it was that song, and then it was Funky Cold Medina.
Yep.
Then she had a Tupac album.
Okay.
And I was listening to that, and I just immediately became obsessed with it. And then I started listening to like NWA and all of them. And then I remember when the song Forgot About Dre came out, and they were like, oh, this is Eminem and Dr. Dre. And I was like, well, I've heard of Dr. Dre. Who's this Eminem guy? And the song was dope. And then actually I thought they were switched. I thought like the black dude was the white dude and vice versa.
Right.
So my stepdad was like, no, that's Eminem. I was like, for real? The white dude sounds like that? You know?
Right.
And then from then on out, it was just that, man. And then I think I started getting into like other stuff like Project Pat and 3-6 Mafia. Heavy as hell, man. I grew up all on that 3-6 and Lil White and all them. And I had always heard of like Colt Ford, you know, like, oh, these rednecks that are rapping. I was like, yeah, whatever, dude. I don't want to hear that. Because back in the day, I was just like, I only knew one type of music. I didn't listen to anything else till I was like 18, man. Like everybody was listening, like, because, you know, I'm from the South. People were listening to Leonard Skinner and AC/DC. I was like, I ain't even trying to hear that, bro. Throw some fucking Tupac on, you know? And then I got older and I started branching out, listening to other stuff. But I think it was like maybe Upchurch got me into country rap, because before it was like hip hop. There was no sincerity in it. It was just like a gimmick. It was like, oh, look at these hillbillies out here, like they're all right, you know, like they can kind of rap. It just kind of sounds a little corny. But then like other people started doing it for real. I was like, oh, these country rapper dudes can actually rap, and they're rapping about country shit. So now I'm interested. Okay. You know?
Did at any point in time, or first, when did you actually start pursuing being a rapper?
When I was 19.
Okay.
I was living in Bradenton, Florida, and we had this roommate, and her boyfriend was I think he was a Puerto Rican dude from Jersey. he made a comment about how he rapped, and I was like, for real? Like, you really rap? And he's like, or no, he told me he's going to the studio. I'm like, what studio? He's like, I'm going to do a song. I'm like, you rap? So then, like, he played a beat and rapped for us, and I was like, that was fucking, how do you do that? You know?
Right.
Like, you know how to rap. I'd never actually, like, met anybody who knew how to rap good. And I was like, yo, you're like a really good rapper. Teach me how to do that shit. So he, like, you know, he let me do a song with him. We called it Sanitarium, and then we went to the studio. It was terrible. My part, terrible.
So, okay.
I rapped too long. I went over the chorus, you know, and it was just like consistent, like bah, all the way through. So bad.
Did you write it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I write everything I do, even to this day.
No, but I'm saying that particular first studio experience, you actually wrote that.
Yeah.
Did he teach you how to write it?
No, I mean, well, because like I was like, so how do you? He's like, you hear those snaps? You know what I mean? Like, follow that. Just follow that, and then, but I didn't know. I guess I just didn't hear the switch up in the beat, so I just kept going.
Okay.
I think I made like 32 bars for it. He's like, you got to cut that down, bro. You rapped over the chorus. But yeah, so we went and did that, and then after that, I was just hooked, man. Because like he gave me like a whole CD with beats on it to practice with. You know, and that was before I actually went to prison. That was like when I was on my way. That was when I was still on probation.
Gotcha.
So when I got in there, that's when I linked up with the maestro, and he was like, you got to chill out. There's a lot you're doing wrong. And then he showed me, you know.
So after prison, I got to ask, did you keep in touch with Maestro, or have you spoken?
I tried, dude. I tried, like, I tried to write him letters. They wouldn't send them to him. And I was under the impression you can't, like, other inmates can't write other inmates, right? Mm-hmm. But I wasn't an inmate anymore. So I should have been able to write to him. Like, I had his information. I was sending him letters, but I don't think he was getting them because I never heard back from him. So, you know, haven't spoke to him in like over 10 years now. Yeah. Which sucks.
Yeah. So you go to prison, Maestro helps you perfect your craft. When you get out of prison, do you hit the ground running, trying to find a studio, or what was the next steps for you when it comes to being an artist?
The first most important thing was to get my shit together and get a job and get my license back. Okay. So that I could afford studio time. And then I ended up doing all that. And I actually, I got a laptop with like some bootleg program. And I had a Rock Band microphone that I would just practice with, like practice recording and listening to myself. Cause I was like, I actually went to this like hip hop networking thing in Tampa. Sean Kingston hosted it. And I remember him saying, he's like, if you think you're a good rapper, right? You're not. Practice, but don't put it out. He's like, wait till people start telling you should put that out. Wait for as long as you can. So that's what I did. I just kept practicing and practicing. And my buddy, my neighbor down the street, had his own band room with all this music shit in there. So we go over there and get wasted and like rap or freestyle or whatever. We did that all the time. So I got enough practice in, and then eventually I ended up moving to Wyoming, and I linked up with a dude out there, and he had a real studio. So that's when I started I put out a whole project called Dirty White Boy. And it was just, I remixed like 10 of my favorite songs, like some Eminem songs, a couple of Machine Gun Kelly songs, like some Gucci songs, just 10 remixes, just to see if I can keep up on a commercial beat.
Okay. And did you actually release it, like physical copies, or did you?
Yeah. I got, that was back when people were still handing out CDs. So I got like 100 CDs pressed up, and I just went and handed them out around town.
What was the response?
It was pretty much the same, like, oh, this is all right. You know? And at the time I was like, what do you mean this is all right? This is awesome. This is dope. I'm dope. I got bars. But they were like, the quality lacks. You don't know your voice yet. Like, it sounds like you're not comfortable in the microphone, and you don't have a cadence. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, Snoop Dogg doesn't, he always just sounds like Snoop Dogg. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, you don't have cadences. I was like, you're just hating because I'm not like famous. You know what I mean? Right.
So it's fair to say though that project was a good learning experience for you because you developed obviously since that project.
Yeah, because I learned. See, here's the thing, man. Criticism's not a bad thing, and I don't know why people act like it is. People get their feelings hurt, and the reason we have such shitty music nowadays is because everybody's gassing people up when they should be critiquing them and being honest with them. Nobody's being honest anymore, and that's why all this whack shit gets to fly. So when I was listening, I was like, just give me the honest criticism. How am I ever going to learn? Like, I can take it. So they would.
I think the problem, and it's not just music. I think we as people, most people lack any form of accountability. So when you put them to a level to be accountable, like your music's not good. They got to be accountable for making this not good music. Instead of them saying, well, maybe my shit ain't that good, they're going to say you're hating. They don't want to be held accountable for making something that wasn't as good as they think it is. Kind of like Sean Kingston said, like, if you think you're good, you're probably not.
Yeah.
So most people, and bro, I put that on society. Most people do not want to be held accountable for not succeeding.
Yeah.
You know, so
there's a stigma to it. I don't know what the problem is. Like, just own it.
Bro,
you know,
I like to fail. I'm gonna be honest, I need to fail about once every 6 months or some shit in order to make me, because I'll walk around thinking I'm the shit. You know, I used to really, like with ladies, I used to think that thing was out, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And then one day I had a girl tell me, you know, I've faked it all these years. I'm like, what? And then I was like, well, you know, it ain't.
Yeah, but they'll do that shit when you piss them off, man. I know that too.
She wasn't lying. I wasn't the man I thought I was. It's okay. It's okay now. It is. I accept it. I accept it. I accept that I am not what I thought I was, and I started to build on my imperfections, and it made me a better person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, I also feel like in telling people things they're not going to hear, you have to understand the individual and know how to deliver it. Like, you can't just tell a person, oh man, your shit whack. That's not my work.
You can't just, so that's another thing I was going to say. Has somebody ever showed you like some music, right? Like, not even theirs, just like some band they listen to, and they're like, what do you think? And you're like, I don't really like it. And they get offended as if you just said it sucked or something. And I've had this happen a lot. I'm like, I'm not saying it's trash. I'm just saying it ain't for me. People don't seem to understand that. Like, you know what I mean? So like, when you talk to people, I had a guy send me a song a while back, and he wanted me to listen to it and tell him what I thought. So I listened to it, and the quality was not good, and the delivery was kind of whack. So I was like, hey, look, man, your quality's kind of amateur, and so is your flow. You have room for improvement. So the potential's there. Motherfucker blocked me.
You know what?
After I said that.
I've heard of a lot of people getting blocked after they've given their critique. And I'm gonna be honest.
He acted like I said he was trash and should go kill himself or something. I'm like, bro, I just told you the truth.
Yeah, even in doing the Country Rap Report, we've been blocked by some artists, and you know, I get it because we all work hard at what this thing is we do call our craft. It's just different ways of delivering it, and you don't never know how a person's going to take it. You just deliver and hope they take it well, and some won't. But I think honesty is the best possible. But I also believe in building up, knocking down, rebuilding back up. So generally, if I don't like something, the first thing I'm going to speak on is what I do like about it. There's no way I can completely hate it. So the first thing I'm going to do, even if, man, I sure like that shirt you had on in that video. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start with the positive. And then I'm going to kind of come in. I'm going to sneak it in there. I love that shirt, man. The bars when they're hidden, but man, that shirt made me stay for the whole 3 minutes. And then when I put in, like, you know, I think you have the image, but I think you should work on your flow. But I can see a bright future for you. I think just cutting a person's bottom out is definitely going to get you no kind of response or no positive response. So me, I've just learned to try to come in the middle because, bro, whether you're bad or not, I've never felt like I was in a position to tell anybody they're terrible because I know artists that I thought were terrible and their bank accounts are a gazillion times bigger than mine. You know, I'm gonna tell a story. I had an opportunity. I co-owned a management company. And it was a kid who came to us and wanted us to manage him. And I was like, nah, man, I'm straight on that. That's that bull. That kid was Soulja Boy.
For real?
I swear on my life, bro.
Dude, he is the first rapper to do so many things. You fucked that up, man.
Bro, yes. Now, my company, I can always say my management company managed him. But I can't, that's truth. Rockford Management is a company I co-owned. But did I make one penny off of him? No. I chose to pass. I told my business partner, you can do that, I'm straight. I passed on Soulja Boy. I thought it was terrible.
Well, what was he selling? It wasn't Crank That, was it? Was it something else, right?
Yes. It was Crank That, shoot. What's else? She got a don't. She got all that, bro. All that. Yes. All God that.
Dang.
But I wasn't a kid. My kids weren't into it. I didn't see it. But I'm gonna be mad enough to say, bro, I didn't see it. And when it blew, I was part of it, and I ended up working with him on other artists. But I didn't see it.
That's crazy because I was living in North Carolina when Crank That came out, and as soon as it came out, it just blew the hell up. Everybody was listening to it, and they played it like every 10 minutes at the bowling alley because I used to work there. I got so tired of hearing it. At first, I was like, hell yeah, I love this song. After a while, I was like, bro, if they play this fucking Soulja Boy shit one more time, I swear to God, it blew the hell up.
Bro, yes, I didn't see it. So I'm gonna be honest, man. Like sometimes you might not like some. I tell artists all the time, just because I don't like you, that's not the end all be all. I am not the measuring stick of anyone's success. I am not. I'm just one guy who has an opinion. You know, I got a wife, kids, none of them agree with, the type of music I like. So, I tell people all the time, take the criticism and build on it. Because there's some truth in the criticism. You just got to have tough skin, Like, yeah. I just reviewed somebody and they had a hole in their basketball shorts. I'm like, bro, why would you do a video with the hole in your basketball shorts? Now, you can be mad at me, but I didn't put the hole there. And I seen it. You know what I'm saying? How can you get mad? You should be like, damn, I did not know they was going to see that. So again, be accountable, but also know that everything, one person's opinion does not make or break your career.
Facts.
So, all right, now, as you're pursuing music, were you considering yourself a country rapper, or were you just considering yourself a rapper?
No, man, I just got dragged into the genre, to be honest with you.
How?
I've always just been like, well, I haven't always been this. When I was a little kid, I didn't really know what my style was. Mm-hmm. So, like, remember when Master P released his own clothing line? Mm-hmm. I used to wear shit like that.
No Limit clothes?
I used to have the G-Unit shirts with the high tops and all that shit, man.
You had the little tank tops with the little...
I had the chain and everything.
Okay.
And when I got older, I was like, you are a culture vulture. You need to stop it.
You ain't saying you're a culture vulture.
Yep. So I went, because like when I was young, my parents used to dress me up in like this kind of stuff to represent where I'm like, because that's, I'm from the South. But like when I was able to choose, I was like, nah, I don't like that, man. I want FUBU. I want P. Miller. I want all that shit. So then eventually I was like, stop being a culture vulture. So then I just started rapping, man. And I started just hanging out with everybody. I was like one of the only dudes that would be listening to like Leonard Skinner, wearing P. Miller, spit and dip. And these people were like, you are so confused, aren't you? And I was like, I like what I like, you know, like who cares? And then when I started, you know, doing stuff in Tampa, because I was doing music out in Wyoming and Colorado, and I didn't really like the scene out there because for some reason, like they don't like Florida people so much, you know. I was out there doing my thing, representing Tampa, hitting stages, and like wasn't going over so well. So when I came back, I linked up with some people around here, and I was just doing regular rap, you know. And then I met up with Ken Kong at a Largo. He was putting on a Bubba Sparks show, and you could, you know, be an opener. So I signed up to be an opener, and I was doing my thing, and he liked it. So he asked me to be in his band, and that's when we kind of started doing, you know, some of this, just like right when country rap was starting to kind of, you know, take off. Like Upchurch was already a thing, and you know, they were doing that, and people were starting to like be like, oh yeah, you fuck with country rap. And then we did the Bubba Sparks show. We did a few shows with Jelly Roll and Struggle, you know, and then years gone by, and now look, I'm doing the Country Rap Report interview as a country rapper.
So did you accept it did you accept it? Like, I know now, because I'm gonna be honest, when people called it hip hop, I thought it was a novelty too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, because this guy has really earned my respect. But Colt Ford that was my granddaughter. Colt Ford had to earn my respect because he kind of came in on the tail end of this is some hip hop, it's a novelty. So Colt really had to earn. I respect him now, and I definitely respected his business regimen. But I was like, man, I ain't believing this dude, man. This is that hip hop stuff. This is the A B C D.
Yeah, exactly. The ABC rap. That as far back as I can remember, Colt Ford's always been a thing, but I don't know. It just never really like. I mean, I always would listen to it if somebody's like, "Yo, you ever heard of this redneck rapper?" And they put it on. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know this guy. My uncle likes him." You know?
Yeah.
But I was never like, "Hey man, throw that Colt Ford on." You know what I mean?
Right.
And then who else? Cowboy Troy was another like anomaly because it was like, who the hell is Cowboy Troy? What is he doing?
And see, I didn't believe in him.
No, I was never same thing. I was never like, yo, we should listen to Cowboy Troy.
I didn't believe in him. Like, I'm be honest, I was like, oh, where did they find this guy and why is he acting like that?
Yeah, like I get it. They're like bored or something. This is a new thing to look at, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This country rap shit definitely evolved, and it's definitely dope as hell right now. You know what I mean? Like you got, even though like I know Yellow Wolf doesn't really consider himself country rap. I heard his interview about it, but he is a country rapper. There's so many good artists, man. Like Jelly Roll, Struggle, and all them. Like Upchurch, Adam. There's so many I can go on. But I've seen the progression in it, and before I would tell people like, I'm not really a country rapper. Like I don't do country rap. Like if you listen to my songs, there's probably one that sounds a little country. If you listen to my shit, you can tell I grew up listening to Eminem and 3 6 Mafia. You know what I mean? Like the influences are in there. So where's the banjo? Because there's 808s. And this is like, if anything, this is like, you know, trap or crunk music.
Yeah.
So where's, just because I'm a country looking dude is why I'm getting roped into it.
I'm gonna be honest. And I'm sorry to interrupt. I think a lot of times it's the fan base. It's the fan base and it's the relatability. Like there are guys who look like you who like, hell yeah. Because I don't want to wear Pete Miller and FUBU. I want to wear a Heathen shirt. So there are a lot of guys, and that's how I always looked at country rap, man. It's like people having the opportunity to be who they are. I don't have to have a big old chain or wear these $500 tennis shoes to be accepted. I can just be me and rap about the things I relate to. Like for me, that's what made me resonate with country music, country rap, because I feel like it's people living their truth today. You know how many rappers rapped about I'm balling and I had to buy them a beer? You know, like everything's a rental, man. Everything's fake or it's a rental. Yeah. You know? So I like the realness. And I do recognize a lot of artists it took it, like, even with the Country Rap Report, some of the people we review, it's taken a lot of those artists a moment to say, you know what, I accept this country rap thing. I'll accept it. Because a lot of people still fight against it, I think, because in the back of their mind, they still think hip hop.
No, not anymore. Like, I feel like you could spot the difference between hip hop and country rap now. You know what I mean? So I think country rap's dope. I like the way it evolved. I can't understand for the life of me why there's so much drama in it, though. There's always so much drama in the genre, all the time.
No, it's not just country. It's the competitive spirit. And what I mean by that is, if you go to YouTube, right, and you have, say if you have 15 YouTubers who are all talking about the same thing, and say all those YouTubers have 1,000 subscribers, right? They will do little things to pick each other off because everyone's vying for that spot, and they feel like you're in my way to get to this spot, or you're in my way to get to this spot. And I don't think it's malicious. I think it's just the competitive nature of the business.
Yeah, that's another thing I was just talking about the other day. You're not allowed, or it's frowned upon for you to support somebody else, like somebody bigger than you. And I've never had it. I'll promote all day. Like Country Cody, I'll share his shit. That's my dog, man. Like, why wouldn't I? If Jay Outlaw, same deal. I'll share his shit and comment on his shit. I'll wear one of his shirts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. And somebody's like, you're making yourself look like a fanboy. I was like, well, that's because I am a fan. What's the problem? And they're like, yeah, but like, it's not a good look. I'm like, oh, if I lose followers because of that, then fuck them. Who cares?
I mean, you're being...
But apparently, it's frowned upon.
Oh, like me. I support other people, other media outlets of the genre, especially when I meet people who say, we rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you'll see me sharing this stuff, you'll see me inviting people in their chats because I'm not afraid. It's not a competition to me. I feel like there's enough people, there are enough ears out here for us to entertain them all. You know what I'm saying? And like you as an artist, all you give me three and a half minutes of your time. That's the song, a length of a song. If you check out one of my songs, I'm cool. You can check out somebody else. I ain't got to be selfish and say, no, listen to all of mine. Just give me a 3.5 minute opportunity to win you over. And I promise you will come back. And I think, see, to me, I always say, my granddad would say, with this, you can't get a lot accomplished. But with this, you put all these together, you can get something accomplished. And I feel like, especially with the genre of country rap being so new, bro, we all got to pull together like this.
Yeah.
Because country rap ain't got no radio. You really ain't, up until me and Spank, you didn't really have a consistent media outlet that was talking about the artist. So we need to be like this and start knocking on these labels' doors like, hey, bro, check out my man Ekko. Check out Country Cody. Check out Hard Target. Like, we got to start speaking of everybody. That way hey, man, they let 3 of us in, and then we can pull 3 more in. Like, kind of like
that's what I was saying, because like other genres of music do that. If they're like in rock, what was the band? I can't remember, but I remember that story. It was like there was an up and coming band that sounded similar to an already established band, and instead of beefing over it, they signed them.
Bro,
you can't do that in anything hip hop related. Somebody's gonna be like, oh yeah, they're stealing my style and fuck you, and here comes a diss song, like whatever.
Look at the Wu-Tang Clan. 9 members, all solo artists, came together to form the Wu-Tang Clan, and then each member, they created enough buzz as the Wu-Tang Clan that every member of that group had a solo deal.
Yeah.
Bro, it's enough.
That's a huge family now. That shit took off. That's like an empire now.
Yes. And then they had spring groups, Son of Man, Wu Syndicate. And I'm not saying there should be a country rap supergroup, but I'm saying like the genre is so new. I understand the beefing because I know people are petty and competitive, but I don't understand it because the genre is too small to be trying to X anybody out.
It just seems like they're always beefing over dumb shit.
Well, most beefs are dumb shit.
Yeah. I mean, I had a beef not long ago.
With an artist?
Yeah, we just recently squashed it, but it was over somebody who's dead now and some footage. And I was being bitter, and I was trying to get a hold of the footage and even offer money for it. So I was like, I wasn't getting a response, and I was getting pissed because like it was a really good friend of mine, and now they're gone. And all I wanted was the footage, and I wasn't getting an answer. You know what I mean? And I tried and I tried and I tried. So finally, I just got mad and started a whole bunch of shit over it. I felt like that wasn't petty, you know.
Did you make a song?
Huh?
You made a song?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
It's online?
It is. It's on platforms. It's called RIP. But the story actually goes is me and this dude did the song before on this particular beat, and he didn't own the rights to it. So I found the producer and purchased the rights for it. And then I did like a remix as a fuck you. And I kept the melody the same, but changed up some words. And I was like, this will get his attention.
Did it get his attention?
Oh yeah. Started a whole bunch of shit. And then it was a few years ago, but recently we squashed it because I was like, it's stupid, you know. And plus the dude that's featured on the song, Bam the Heathen, he's gone now too. And before he got taken away from us, he was like, you guys just need to end that shit. It's dumb. And I was like, you of all people should understand this, because like she was, you know, this was your friend too, you know. So like I don't understand why you're telling me to squash the beef. I feel like I didn't even start the beef. I'm just mad over something. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, well, you just need to let it go. And now that he's gone, I was like, shit, man, I guess I better just let it go.
So do you think you could work with that person now that y'all squashed it?
Oh yeah, we're talking about it.
Okay.
We was talking about it at the Adam Calhoun show.
Okay.
Yep. I stay.
You know I want to ask you who, right?
Huh?
You know I kind of low key want to ask you who, but I don't want you to put it out there if you don't want to, because I don't.
I mean, like everybody already know. Anybody in this circle already knows who it is. It's Ken Kong.
Okay.
You know Ken Kong?
No.
He's out of Largo. He's got a band called Around the Bonfire. I used to be in it. But yeah, I was beefing with him, and it was dumb because like he is a cool guy, man. Like he's funny, you know. But it was just like at that time I was like, yo, this motherfucker, this is disrespectful.
You say Ken Kong?
Yeah.
Well, I just found him. Black guy with glasses?
He's actually Italian.
Oh.
He's got dreads.
On his Spotify picture, he doesn't. It's okay. I'm glad y'all squashed it.
Yeah.
Glad y'all squashed it. So look, man, let's talk about some of the recordings before I let you go. Bro, because you start dropping music on like 2018. You got stuff that goes all the way back, man. How do you feel like at this point in your career, the fans are receptive when it comes to your music?
I think it's definitely got a lot better, man, because when I started, it was always the same thing. Like, oh, yeah, that's all right, bro, but here's criticism. I've noticed that I'm getting a lot less criticism and a lot more like, yo, that shit was tight. You need more shit like that. And then, like, when me and Country Cody do stuff, they're like, yo, more. We want more of that. When's the next Ekko and Country Cody song coming out? I'm like, hey, Cody's a busy dude. You know, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Have you ever thought about doing a joint project, maybe a 5-song EP?
We talked about it. We technically already, like, we put out, like, boy, I think we got like 5 or 6 songs together right now. But we talked about it, but nothing official. And we talked about, like, forming a duo, but we agreed it would make more sense if we just stayed solo artists and collaborated every now and then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like when I don't know, because we both got regular jobs, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of annoying to depend on somebody all the time, or you're always waiting on something. You know, like I find I'm always waiting on people, even if I'm like, I insist on giving people money because time's not free.
Yes.
So I'm like, yo, and then I'm like, yo, where the hell is it? What's going on? Hurry up. Or like, oh, sorry, my bad, dog. Like life got in the way, you know? So like, if I'm not, the less I'm waiting on people, the better it is. And Cody feels the same way. Like You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
yes.
and then another thing is like we've collaborated together so much in such a short amount of time. We were talking about like we got to do other collaborations and branch out, you know. Otherwise, if we keep collaborating together, we're just going to be a group. Might as well just do a group.
All right, now the record you had, and I reposted this record, Fiendish Obsession. Man, tell me about that record because that seemed a little different for you.
I wrote that song when I was 21 years old, and I've been trying to get that song put out for a long time because I can't sing. I'm not good at it. I can rap, you know, I can write bars, I can write melodies. I wrote the chorus for that song. I just can't sing it. And I originally had this dude on there named Zay Thrower out of Wyoming. But where I got it mixed, the quality wasn't so great. And the way we recorded it was he used one of those chaotic eyeballs and it sounded like boxed in. Just not good for what I'm doing now. Because I already put it out a bunch of times, you know, on SoundCloud or whatever. But like I went back and listened to it and I was listening to the new stuff and I was like, man, I want this song to be what it's supposed to be. So I was looking around for singers forever. And for some reason, it's really hard to find a singer. I don't know why that is, but it is. So I found Don Jones, and he's a black dude from like the UK. And I was like,
how'd you find him?
I think somebody. Oh, I met him at a show, man. I met him at a show at the Pegasus. I think we were just doing an open mic or something. And I was networking with everybody because every chance I get, I'll network with people. I'll hand out business cards and like I'll take theirs or like follow them right there on the spot. So I remember meeting him and I see his videos every now and then. And I was like, oh, he can sing. So I hit him up and I was like, all right, man, I got a challenge for you. See how you sound on this. And here's the melody and boom, do your thing. So he sent it back. And at first I was like, I don't hate it though. Like, what's going on? It's a little different. And I asked Bobby Briscoe what he thought about it because I trust Bobby Briscoe because he does all my stuff and he knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. He was like, I like it. So then I sent it to like a handful of other artists that I trust and they were like, sounds good to me. So I dropped it. And I think only like 2 people have been like, oh yeah, dude, Don's kind of cringe. I mean, like you're all angry and rapping. And then he just comes in all like, I was like, that's the point, man. Like that's the entire point. It's like it breaks up. It's diverse. I'm angry. There's relief with singing. Did you want them to sing angrily? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. You know what I mean? Right. But most people are fucking with it, and we're trying to do a video for it. So I'm waiting on a drone to get here so I can start putting out videos more consistently and a camera. So there's a video coming for that.
Okay.
Soon-ish. But yeah, that song, it's actually about music. It's not even about a girl. It's about my unhealthy relationship with music because I put so much time and effort and money into it, right? And it's like an abusive girlfriend. It's unappreciative. It gives you nothing in return. And it would rather associate with the fuckboys instead of you.
You're right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I wrote that song about music, but it applies like if you're going through a bad situation with a you know breakup or something, you could listen to that too. Like because the way I worded it is it's like a breakup song or like an obsession with a toxic person.
Out of all your releases, what is your favorite?
That's tough, man. Even the collaborations.
What is it? If you had to, you got one shot to land $1 million record deal. What one song are you going to play for that executive?
Hey, look, I'm going to have to say I Got This, the one I just dropped.
Okay.
Because that one, zero criticism on that one. Everyone loves it. So I'm going with that one.
Okay. All right. Last question before I let you go. Let's talk about the Heathen Gang and your definition of heathen. Actually, I got one more question after that. But first of all, for the people who don't know, let them know what a heathen is. And then tell me about the Heathen Gang.
The heathen thing started because Bam the Heathen, my friend who, you know, passed, he started it and it was just called the Heathens, right? So I asked him, I was like, what's the deal with this heathen thing? He's like, do you remember being like a little badass kid and your mom would call you a heathen because you were raised in hell, being obnoxious? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's all it is, man. And the funny thing is, like, Bam, heavy Christian. Okay. So I found it ironic that he started this heathens thing, you know, and he's like, it ain't even about none of that, bro. Don't take it so literal. And I was like, all right. So then I got involved in it through music because it was supposed to be like, it was like a bunch of them. They had street bikes and they would wear heathen shirts and like, you know, and they all had records and they were just uncivilized people, you know, like out there raising hell or whatever. And then I got involved and I was doing a video shoot and I was always bothering him to start rapping again. And at the shoot, he was like, oh man, I think I want to start rapping again. So he would come to my house and I record him for free. And when I was the first song I did, I was like, what's your rap name? He's like, it's just Bam. And I was like, okay, Bam Margera, like Bam this, like that's lame. You got to think of something else. I was like, why don't you just call yourself Bam the Heathen? He's like, I'll get back to you on that. And then the next day he was like, yeah, I'm going to go with Bam the Heathen. So then that happened. So like we would do stuff together, like we collaborate together. I put him on the Tom McDonald show with me and the Rehab show. And we were good, man. Like we got some good songs out, you know? And then he was going through some stuff and we didn't get to do as much music. Like he was supposed to be on I Got This, right? Mm-hmm. But he was going through some shit. So I just left him alone. And then recently he came back and he was like, all right, dude, I'm over it. Like, let's start doing music again. And then him and his wife were robbed and murdered like right after we talked about it out in Riverview. Yeah, over some weed and some money. It was bullshit. So without getting into all the specifics, I took it really hard. And I went and took one of the shirts that he gave me, the original Heathen shirts. I went out and I got it tattooed across my back really big, you know, to keep his movement alive. Because like we were working on that. We were making heathen music. So I went and got the tat. And then I started selling shirts. He left some music behind that he was working on. And music's pretty expensive to produce. So I started making these shirts to raise money to help finish the album. Because like I'm working on it with his sister right now. Okay. You know? So I was like, yeah, dude, I'll raise up some money and we'll finish the album. I'll get Bobby to do it or whatever, you know? So we're working on that. And then like some people got mad at me and they were like, oh yeah, you're trying to steal his whole thing. And I was like, actually, I'm not. Because I've said it time. I'm like, yeah, like I got permission from the entire family, like his sister, his aunt, his brother, like everybody's like, don't worry about what they say. Keep doing what you're doing. And I've said it a million times. Like even in the remix, the Heathens remix I did for him, like I say it in the song, like he started it, I'm going to finish it. So there's not 1 minute where I'm walking around like, oh yeah, I invented this. This is all mine. But I changed it to Heathen Gang because there was a lot of drama going on with like some dude said that he was going to copyright the Heathens. You can't do that because Heathen Nation owns everything Heathen. So you can't copyright anything Heathen related. Right. So technically this is Ekko Sykes merch, but it's just a loophole. So I don't get sued for trying to keep something alive for my friend. So I was like, I just want to disassociate with it in general because you guys are acting really shady now that he's gone. So I came up with Heathen Gang. And that's where we are. Like, I got felonies. I live a crazy life. I'm uncivilized, you know. I'm a fucking savage. Like, I drink gasoline and I chew on nails. You know what I mean? Right. And, you know, we don't like vanilla bitches over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like what Jelly Roll said, man. He's like, what did he say? Forget a classy woman. I prefer a trashy woman. So, yeah. That's what it's all about.
In your own words, what is your definition of country rap?
That's hard. That's a hard, because like.
It's your definition. Not what the world is. What is country rap to Ekko Sykes?
I picture country rap as a combination of country and hip hop, and anybody can do it, but it's mainly like country folk rapping about life in the country.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is. You know, like Upchurch raps about where he's from and what he does. A lot of these dudes do that, but a lot of these dudes are just trying to ride the wave.
Yes. Country rap money grab right now.
Yeah. So you can spot the difference. I don't want to call out any names.
Don't do that. You might need a feature. But
you can tell when somebody's genuine about it. You can tell when someone's just jumping into it because it's hot right now.
Right. This is my last question. I would be doing an injustice to my guy Spank if I did not ask this question. What is your recording process like?
So I got my own studio right here. I got my own DAW. I got an interface. I got a microphone. I record my own stuff. I do all the punch-ins. I do all the noise, cutting out dead air. And then I send it off to Bobby Briscoe, and he mixes and masters. Because I don't have the ear for mixing and mastering. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to actually buy some new equipment. I want to get a new interface and a new microphone.
All right. Last question. What's next for Ekko Sykes?
A whole lot of shit, man. We're doing shows. I just did an Afro Man show a few months ago.
I seen the pics. What was it like?
Rumor has it. Huh?
What was it like performing with Afro Man?
It was pretty dope, man. He's Afro Man. Like, he's the same guy that you've seen all these years. Like, he doesn't change at all. He walks around with the pimp cup and the cane, and he talks, hey, baby, he's stoned and he's fucking drinking and he's cool. He killed his set. The crowd was dope. It was a good time. Like, it was all mellow and it was cool.
Okay.
But rumor has it I'm doing Chris Calico soon. I think Mayday after that. That's it for shows so far. But yeah, man, we're just gonna keep dropping music, videos, all that.
Okay. Sir, it's been an honor and a pleasure.
Likewise.
It's been an honor and how can one go about getting a Heathen shirt? I need to support the cause.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I actually got you one. Like, I have it.
Okay.
I got it. Hold up. I got it like right here. I just haven't got around to mailing it yet.
I'll definitely, I often say, let me know how to order it, or, if you got a poster of yourself to redecorate my set, hey, bro, I'm here to support you and help push this thing forward.
I'll send you a free one if you just wear it on the air.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. And also, and I'm going to say this because I also do live news reports. Whenever you got stuff dropping, whenever you got shows, let me know and I'll make sure I incorporate it into my lives.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Okay. All right, Ekko. It's been an honor and pleasure, my guy.
For sure. Appreciate it, man.
Look, I'm all done with my branding. It's all gone. Hey, bro, tell these people how to find you on social media. That way they can get abreast to what you got going on.
Just go anywhere, type in EKKO SYKES. It's Ekko Sykes. You can Google me. I'm on every platform. I'm on stuff I had never even heard of. Like Deezer. I don't even know what that is, but I'm on there. So I got YouTube's heathengang.com takes you straight to the YouTube channel.
Okay.
So it's actually hard not to find me.
My guy, it's been an honor and a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all, please make sure y'all support my guy, Mr. Ekko Sykes. Let me drop him off right there. All right, make sure y'all support my guy, Mr. Ekko Sykes. Visit the website. Check out all his music streaming on all platforms. All right. It's your boy, Vic XL. On behalf of my brother Spank, we are the Country Rap Report. Please make sure y'all check out countryrapreport.com. Get y'all some merch. Make sure y'all check out all the shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We drop brand new episodes at 10 a.m. All right, till next time. Peace.